Annie Heche legally died at 53 years old a week after a ferry car crash. Annie Heche has died of a brain injury and severe burns after speeding and crashing her car into a home in the residential Mar Vista neighborhood last Friday, August 5. The building erupted in flames and Heche was dragged out of the vehicle and rushed to the Grossman Burn Center at West Hills Hospital in Los Angeles. The 53-year-old Emmy Award-winning actress is best known for her roles in the 1990s films like Volcano, the Gus Van Sant remake of Psycho, Donnie Brasco and 6 Days, 7 Nights. Holly Byard, a spokesperson for Heche family, sent NPR statement Friday afternoon saying, while Annie is legally dead according to California law, her heart is still beating and she has not been taken off life support. Barrett added an organ procurement company is working to see if the actress is a match for organ donation, and that determination could be made as early as Saturday or as late as next Tuesday. Heche launched her career playing a pair of good and evil twins on the long-running daytime soap opera Another World, for which she earned a Daytime Emmy Award in 1991. In 2000s, Heche focused on making independent movies and TV series. She acted with Nicole Kidman and Cameron Bright in the drama Birth with Jessica Lange and Christina Ricci in the film adaptation of Prozac Nation. Elizabeth Wurstler, best-selling book about depression in the comedy Cedar Rapids alongside John C. Reilly and Eddie Holmes. She also starred in the ABC drama series Men in Trees. Heche made guest appearances on TV shows like Nip Tuck and Ellie McBeal, and starred in a couple of Broadway productions, garnering a Tony Award nomination for her performance in the remount of the 1932 comedy 20th Century. In 2020, Heche launched a weekly lifestyle podcast, Better Together, with a friend and co-host Heather Duffy, and appeared on Dancing with the Stars. Heche became a lesbian icon as a result of her highly visible relationship with the comedian and TV host Ellen DeGeneres in the late 1990s. Heche and DeGeneres were arguably the most famous openly gay couple in Hollywood at the time, when being out was far less acceptable than it is today. Heche later claimed the romance took a toll on her career. I was in a relationship with Ellen DeGeneres for 3.5 years, and the stigma attached to that relationship was bad that I fired from my multi-million-dollar picture deal, and I did not work in a studio picture for 10 years, Heche said in an episode of Dancing with Stars. But the relationship paved the way for the broader acceptance of single-sex partnerships, with so few role models and representations of lesbians in the 1990s and early 20s. Annie Heche's relationship with Ellen DeGeneres contributed to her celebrity in a significant way, and their relationship ultimately validated lesbian love for both straight and queer people, said the Los Angeles-based New York Times columnist Trish Bendix. Bendix said that while Heche was later in a relationship with a man, she married Coleman Lafon in the early 20s, and then they had a son together, and was more recently in a relationship with the Canadian actor James Tupper, with whom she had a son. Her influence on lesbian and bisexual visibility cannot and shouldn't be erased. In 2000, Fresh Air host Terry Gross interviewed Heche in advance of her directorial debut on the final episode If This Walls Could Talk To, a series of 3 HBO television films exploring the lives of lesbian couples starring DeGeneres and Sharon Stone. In the interview, Heche said she wished she had more sensitive about other people's coming experience when she and DeGeneres went public with their relationship. What I wish I would have known is more of the journey and the struggle of individuals in the gay community or couples in the gay community, Heche said, because I would have couched my enthusiasm with an understanding that it is everybody's story. Heche was born in Aurora, Ohio in 1969, the youngest of 5 siblings. She was raised in the Christian fundamentalist household. She had a challenging childhood. The family moved around a lot. She said she believed in her father. Donald was a closeted gay man. He died in 1983 of HIV. He just couldn't seem to settle down into a normal job, which, of course, we found out later, and as I understand it now, was because he had another life, Heche told Gross on Fresh Air. He wanted to be with men. A few months after her father died, Heche's brother Nathan was killed in a car crash at the age of 18. In her 2021 memoir, Call Me Crazy, and in subsequent interviews, Heche said her father abused her sexually as a child, triggering mental health issues, which the actress says she carried with her for decades as an adult. In an interview with the actress of Larry King Live, host Larry King called Heche's book one of the most honest, outspoken, extraordinary autobiographies ever written by anyone in show business. I am left with a deep, wordless sadness, wrote Heche's son with Lafo Homer in a statement shared with NPR via Bayard. Hopefully, my mom is free from pain and beginning to explore what I like to imagine as her eternal freedom. Annie Heche, last word before a ferry car crash. It is far better that I do than I have ever done. It is a far better rest that I go to than I ever known.